Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am thankful to Professor P.B. Kunnur and his team at LIS Academy for giving me this opportunity to share my uh, experience with the LIS, respective LIS community. This is a conference with difference. This is LISACon 2020 National Virtual Conference on Reinventing Excellence in Librarianship. I am thankful to Dr. M.G. Srikumar, the conference director, and Dr. Jagdish Arora, the session chair. My topic is on role of library professionals in managing data related to institutional rankings. We know that library housekeeping activities are acquisition, technical processing, circulation, serial control, reader services, library automation, etc. Since the inception of libraries, many activities are added to its operations time to time based on the requirement. After the release of the first edition of the National Institutional Ranking Framework by the Ministry of Human Resource Development in 2016 April, there is a lot of excitement at the academic level to participate in the NRF and other ranking frameworks in both national and international level. Recently, more and more institutions are taking part in such ranking frameworks. Realizing the importance of the documentation, Dr. S.R. Ranganathan has established the Documentation Research and Training Center in Bangalore. It is to be noted that managing the ranking data needs detailed documentation of the institute activities. Each data generated by the institution are to be recorded in a systematic way, and the same may be used not only for participating in the ranking system, but also for the other purposes like preparation of annual report, institution newsletter, providing information to the ministry or parent sponsoring body, etc. In addition, bibliometrics and scientometrics were taught in library and information science, which has a great share of parameters in the ranking framework. Since librarians are trained in documentation, bibliometrics, scientometrics, and also being an academic staff as proposed by the UGC, there is a greater role of librarians in managing ranking data. In addition to the library activities, librarians need to take part in such activities, looking at the skills of library professional. Institute administrators would involve LIS professional in these activities. This will certainly bring a better opportunity for LIS professional to prove their skills in one of the important activities. The paper discusses various ranking framework, how the library professional can contribute. So in IIT Bhubaneswar, we have already we have these ranking activities have become a part of the library, where separate person has been deployed to managing this data. So my paper, my presentation is the outline of this. My presentation is. Good evening, everyone. First of all, I must thank Dr. Kunnur and his team in LIS Academy for giving me this opportunity to share my experience. I am also thankful to Dr. M.G. Srikumar, the conference director, and Dr. Jagdish Arora, the session chair for this conference. This is a national virtual conference on reinventing excellence in librarianship. Is a conference of difference. So I am thankful to the organizer for giving me this opportunity. My topic is on role of library professional in managing data related to institutional ranking. Basically, library housekeeping activities are acquisition, technical processing, circulation, serial control, reader service, library automation, etc. Since the inception of libraries, many activities are added to its operation time to time based on the requirement. After the release of the first edition of National Institutional Ranking Framework by MHRD in 2016 April, there is a lot of excitement at the academic level to participate in the NRF and other ranking frameworks in both national and international level. Recently, more and more institutions are taking part in such ranking frameworks. Realizing the importance of the documentation, Dr. S.R. Ranganathan has established the Documentation Research and Training Center in Bangalore. It is to be noted that managing the ranking data needs detailed documentation of institute activities, and each data generated by the institution are to be recorded in a systematic way, and the same may be used not only in participating in the ranking system, but also for any other purposes like preparation of annual report, institute newsletter, providing information to ministry or parent sponsoring body, etc. In addition, bibliometrics and scientometrics were taught in library and information science, which has a great share of parameters in the ranking framework. Since librarians are trained in documentation, bibliometrics, scientometrics, and also being an academic staff as proposed by UGC, there is a greater role for librarians in managing ranking data. In addition to the library activities, librarians need to take part in such activities. And looking at the skills of LIS professionals, institute administrators should involve LIS professionals in their activity. This will certainly bring a better opportunity for library professionals to prove their skill in one of the important activities. So, my outline of this paper is I will discuss on Indian institution in international rankings, when they have started and what are the various international rankings, agencies and parameters, national ranking agencies and data elements, documentation of institute or university data, and role of library professional in managing that. So let us see when this Indian institution are ranked in international ranking. So what I got from this their websites, specifically this there are two important higher education ranking systems are internationally known as Times Higher Education and QS. So you can see it in 2012 in Times Higher Education. There are one institution, only IIT Bombay was there. That was ranked highest in 301. And similarly, there are 11 institutions in 2012. The highest rank is 212 for IIT Delhi. So then gradually in the Times Higher Education ranking, it has increased from 1 to now for the last in 2020 it is 56 institutions out of about 1256 institutions worldwide. So if you can see this, our institution has been the number of institutions increased in the institutional ranking frameworks both in QS and the Time Education, but QS and the Times Higher Education. And here this you can see it QS because QS has fixed the number as 1000. So our ranking, though it has started with 11 in 2012, but it has remained in 2020 is 21. The major the highest ranking institution is IIT Bombay in QS ranking, and in Times Higher Education, it is Indian Institute of Science. So their institution international rankings are like I mentioned it. The Times Higher Education it has started in 2010. So they have various sub ranking systems like Times Higher Education World University Rankings, the Emerging Economy Ranking, University Ranking, ACI University Ranking, and recently THE University Impact Ranking based on the Sustainable Development Goal. Then QS World Ranking has come. This is the oldest one, 2004. So they have different ranking system like Asia, BRICS, India, and now they have started since last year. And the subject ranking and many other rankings are also there. There are metrics ranking of the World University and Shanghai ranking, that is academic ranking of world universities. So parameter, when we are talking about, sometimes people are talking that okay, our institution when it will come to 100, less than 100, 200, like that it is being discussed in time to time. So looking at this parameter, you can see both in Times Higher Education and QS World University Ranking. So majority part is the reputation survey. So since the reputation survey is based on this academic community as well as the employer, the reputation comes the picture. So whatever we do in research or practice, always the reputation comes. So that's why our institution, in order to big reputations, international reputation, we need to involve many international institutions, collaboration, like that. So, but as far as our research and is concerned, we are going in the right direction. Only our international collaboration and other parameters need to be looked in so that our institutional ranking will improve. And another thing, our NRF ranking is that it is overall ranking system and it is a very scientific one. If you compare, go through these various parameters, you can see that our NRF is the best one in comparison, because other ranking system they ask very less data, where our NRF is exhaustive one, based on all the correct parameters. So I have done this comparison with international universities like Stanford University 4th number, MIT University ranking 5, and ETS Zurich, Tsinghua University, and with some of the Indian institution. Here you can see that male-female ratio in our Indian institutions are lesser female share than the male, though it is one of the parameters. Then our student faculty ratio also, our newer institutions like IIT Ropar, Indore are less than 10. Where the older institutions are like ISC also 9.6, and older like IIT Bombay and IIT Delhi are 14.4 and 16, which need to be looked in, so that our it is also important in the parameter. And another thing is that international student, you can see it like you compare with the foreign universities, our international outlook very less. like 1% for IIT Bombay, Delhi, and ISC also, I think 1% like that. For our newer institution, it is almost 0%. And here you can see the research and citation. Our IIT report, I mean, I have taken the last year data. IIT report is 100% in the citation. That's why they have come in 301 category. And you can see the research, how research is being published compared to the world institutions. So these are the data, because you can see this very less data they asked in the international ranking, like faculty, student strength, average student fees, number of UG doctorate awarded, number of research staff, total institutional income, research income from industry, and in the STG, that is Dow Jones University as a part of the educational resources, not studying in the, whether you are allowing other people to use our resources. And national ranking system, there are the three are there by the Ministry of the Human Resource Management. Others are the private bodies like magazines and all. So they are also doing since long ranking in the system, because using this is nowadays what happens, students are choosing the best institution in the country. Like now, whenever somebody is getting admitted, they look for the ranking and they get admission like that. And also in the placement also they use this data to come to the different institutions. Documentation of institution, because what I was talking about, documentation is very much important. Our library professionals should involve, I mean, they should make the documentation of these data, like academics data, like number of students, fees, the different courses. So all the details need to be documented in the proper format. Faculty data, like how many faculty are, the PhD. So all the data, then awards also. Then student extracurricular activities, they are going for different getting prizes, attending seminars. So all these things are required. Hostels, research and development data, placement data, and internship, infrastructure and facility also. Then patent, continuing education data, entrepreneurship in the startup centers, then IT infrastructure, institute event, alumni data, inter-institute collaboration. So all these data are very much essential, and it need to be carefully recorded in systematic manner. Whenever it is required, you can use it for the purposes. So it is now it comes to the library data. So after I manage with this data, I'm the coordinator of this institutional data. So I found that these are the data related to the libraries. The private system. Basically, if you check with the NIRF and any other international one, they hardly have any library related data, but institutional research and citation data is also part of that, though we are expertise in the bibliometrics one. So whenever this library data is come, these data need to be recorded properly, whatever is given like this, cafeteria, number of seats. So all the minute record our librarian has to be recorded proper in proper format, so that the documentation become very important while providing the data. Then rankings, national ranking system, publication data is there. You have to record your data, publication data in detail, like that Scopus or any other data, national, then international. Sometimes some ranking agency asks whether nationally how many journal, internationally how many journal, Indian how many, like that. So as a librarian, we need to record this data. Then next come to the role of library professional in managing data. As an academic staff, librarian should be included in the institute ranking committee. Librarian can also be made convener to collect and organize the data. Librarian should prove the authority that they can handle the data by analyzing the existing data collected from various ranking agencies and bibliography databases. The same data may be used for ranking agencies, AISHE, preparation of annual report, and then newsletter, etc. A librarian can explore various means to organize this data in different format, softwares, etc., and present the higher authority in presentable format. So actually, in order to prove fast, librarian has to do this analysis and present to the higher authority. Okay, then higher authority will realize, okay, these people can do this job, so that they can give the job to the library professor. Design an institution publication website with filtering options, like I show you in my website. We have done it in our institute. Then cross-check the publication data in various bibliography databases like Scopus, Web of Science, etc., and communicate them to include missing article. This is another important job, because sometimes what happened, we as a librarian, we say, okay, whatever is indexed in databases is the right one, but as a librarian, we need to cross-check this data, and as a result, we have to inform these databases, okay, this is missing data, you upgrade it. So organize regular awareness program to train researcher on following topic, how to manage their publication data in bibliography databases. Another problem we face is that suppose one faculty member has come, so he has worked in different institutions. For different institutions, different author ID is created. So you have to sensitize the faculty member to merge this author ID into a single author ID, so that their H index will increase and also institutional visibility will also increase. Then updation of author profiles, updation of article Google Scholar profile, and there are different social media research platforms are now available like Kudos, then Impact Story, then Fixshare, and also Oxid is there. We need to sensitize our research scholars and the faculty members. So with this, we have created our faculty publication data with filtering option like department wise, year wise, then document type also different like national or international, like that. Then so it gives a real-time data for all of us. Another thing what I mentioned, that in the Scopus you have to merge all the affiliation to single affiliation, because whenever you are searching a database, there are different people are writing in different journals with different like IIT Bhubaneswar or Indian Institute of Technology. So you have to merge it. You have to ask the publisher or the bibliographic people, I mean database people, to merge these databases to a single author ID, institution ID, so that you will get a better visibility. And similarly, in the Web of Science, earlier days you used to advanced search where address you have to give this command like this. Nowadays, advanced option are come. Actually, initially this data was not there in this enhanced. Then I requested to the Web of Science people, and then finally they have added this one. So as a librarian, you have to keep track of this record in the bibliography databases. This is important one, because whenever any ranking agency is doing any collecting data from these databases, they will get a proper data. In order to do that, you have to participate in IRINA, so that it will create the visibility among our people. And I mentioned Kudos databases. You have to link all your like your seed ID, ResearchGate profile, Academia EDU, then Mendeley profiles, all these, so that you will get a. So with this, I just thank the organizer for giving me this opportunity. My thanks to all the participants for the patient hearing. Thank you very much.